promise I will keep it very short. This is Vivian Lee, is a very famous name, and if you watch The Gone with the Wind, you should know her. But I'm not an actress. I'm a former elite athlete. I'm a businesswoman, and recently, I'm a mummy. And today, I would like to inspire you to think. You may know this, but the power of sports, how it can change you, and how can it change your life. I'm one of the beneficiaries. From my height, do I look like an athlete? Probably not. I'm not that tall. I used to be much bigger, but now I'm too busy with 2 kids. So I can, it's a very good fitness exercise. And 16 years ago, in 1994, I won a silver medalist in the Asian Games. That was a very high point for me. And swimming to a lot of the people may be very boring because, you just keep looking at the bottom of the pool as nothing. You can't listen to your favorite music. It's very quiet. For girls, it's not good for your hair, not good for your skin. I used it to be more white, but now it's tan color. But to me, I like it. I love it. Do you know why? I can shut my ears. I can close my eyes. All the time belongs to Vivian. I particularly like to swim in the rain, in the thunderstorm. No matter how worse outside, it's always calm in the pool. So that's only my time. My mom used to talk a lot at home. That's the way I run away. So I promised myself I won't talk too much to my kids. I started swimming when I was 11, very, very late, certainly nowadays. I took the swimming lessons provided by the schools, so make sure the school has a swimming lesson, headmaster. That's how I get changed. In 1992, after 4 years, I started to represent Hong Kong to compete overseas. I was almost the youngest because I was only 15 years old at that time. I feel a fire in my heart because at that time I had no fear in my mind. In 1992, I started to represent Hong Kong. You can see, this is me and Robin Anderson. Probably you may heard about her name. At that time, I was even qualified for the Olympic Games. That's a dream for every single athlete. Unfortunately, something happened. That was Barcelona, Olympic Games. But the organizer have a very, tight restriction in terms of the number. Because they haven't got a massive village for athletes. They have to cut down the numbers. And unfortunately, I'm the one who being cut. Very, very sad. At that time, to me, a 15-year-old girl with a fire in my heart, can you imagine how hard it is to accept it? And it took me 6 months to refocus. A lot of things, I need to go to my mom and say thank you to her, and parents, the school, friends. It was a very, very tough time. I did a lot of silly things, but sometimes you just need to get through that process. My life in school days. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, jumped into the pool at 5:30, 2 hours sleep before going to school. After school, 1 hour gym, another 2 hours training. By the time I arrive home, it's 8 o'clock. 30 minutes dinner, then start to do homeworks. I born in Hong Kong, I grew up in Hong Kong, I study in Hong Kong, and I'm a very local, I go to traditional schools because my parents couldn't afford me to come to maybe Chinese international schools. I should know headmaster earlier. So it's a very, very demanding time for as an athlete, because swimming we can't be a full-time swimmer. So we have to strike a balance. And a lot of people ask me, how do you do that? Do you feel tough? Do you feel hard? But at that time, because I have a very, very clear goal, I don't feel it. I feel I have a lot of passion and I have a lot of energies inside me. I want to achieve that goal. So during the process, I remember in one gym section, in 1 hour, I have to do 1,000 sit-ups. 1,000 sit-ups. Now I can't do it. And I used to swim 10 kilometers a day. 10,000 meters. 200 times 50 meters. So I used to swim more than I walk. Now I can't. So that's how I learned the goal setting. I know the determinations. My coach always said that, Vivian, you win a medal, you won a medal, it's not because of your talent. It's a lot about determinations. I'm a very, very determined athlete. I think that's the most important thing. And then, up till now, I'm still benefiting from that. This is I think I look like just the same, isn't it? That was 1994. Even Andy Lau, you probably know him. He came to say hi to us and supported us. And after we won the medal. And after all the hard works, I got a scholarship, finally, from the University of Hong Kong. Another high point for me, because I met my husband, Alan. And I know him for more than 10 years. And we have a lot of similarities. He likes sports. The only thing I can beat him is swimming. Other than that, he always wins. In 2005, this is my first child, ActionHouse. I'm sure Alan won't mind because my partner is Mel Thompson, and we set this company in 2005. And after I spent the first 5 years after graduations and to do a lot of sports events, Rugby Sevens, Hong Kong Marathon, Hong Kong Golf Open. And now we provide sports business solutions to all the corporates. We do event management, we do PR, we do marketing communications. That's what I do. These are our athletes. And we are the first company to help them to do sponsorship deal. Because as athletes, I wish I could have a sports agent when I was young. And they're very lucky these days because I start helping them to negotiate sponsorship, advertising. It benefits them because a lot of the athletes, they do not have a stable income. And for example, one couple, I'm sure that you heard about him, and then he spent almost, first 20 years very hardworking, stop schooling just to focus on his sports. But that's why I want to help them. I want to help them to develop something for their retired life. This is my second child, Hannah, who is not here, probably she's left already. She was running the torch together with me in 2008. Can you see her inside my tummy? I was the only pregnant runner. Actually, it's not really running, it's like everybody's so conscious, and at one time they want to, take a wheelchair. And I just wanted to sit there, but I said, no, I have to, I'll make sure I'm okay. So this is my little girl. She's now 2 years old. This is my third baby, Aiden. He was born this year in April. He is a very active baby. And my husband said, Alan said, he'll be a very good golfer, but I bet he's a very good swimmer because I can feel all his kicking inside my tummy already, when I was pregnant. So, what I'm doing now, how we can benefit from sports, which I just shared. But what's the power of sports? This organization is called Laureus World Sports Foundations. They're formed by a group of world-famous elite athletes. Mark Spitz, Edwin Moses, Nadia Comaneci, they're all very famous athletes. What they're doing is they are all going around the world to use sports as a project visit to encourage the disadvantaged kids, the disabled kids. They may never, in South Africa, a lot of kids, they may never touch a soccer. They may never know what is tennis. So we introduce sports and help them to use their energy and to learn the sports and pick up their confidence and do something different. So that's what they are doing. This is called Run With Your Heart. It's an event organized by local elite athletes. And every year, on the New Year Eve, 31st of December, a group of Hong Kong athletes, they will all run together for 12 hours. But don't worry, you will not, you can run together with your teammates. So it's a lot of fun. After the event, it's a 12 hours, relay, and then you can celebrate that with your friends. And all the donations go, again, to charity organizations. Timothy Falk, he may not look like he's sporty, but he can run a little bit. I run with him at Torch Radio. I can ensure that he can run 60 meters. This is Operation Breakthrough. It's originally set up by a group of police officers. They want to encourage the the youth at risk. They have a lot of energies. Not many. Those group of people, they may not be very outstanding in academics, but they certainly have a lot of energies. We provide a platform, say rugby, boxing, badminton, some sports for them to release their energies. And in a return, they can start benefiting, and contributing to the society. And last year, we invited Mark Spitz and Sean Fitzpatrick and some very famous elite athletes to come to Hong Kong and do some sharing with them. I would like to share that, just to reinforce one thing. I think Hong Kong and all around the world, we need more positive energies. I'm not sure if you've seen the Asian Games, the recent Asian Games. Do you remember the Hong Kong cyclist, Jamie Wong? She's my friend. And she said, it's not because of the pain. It's because how much you need to spend and how much achievement you need to make in order to get the silver medal. When I was standing on the medal block, it's the same. I told myself, I'm standing there, it's not because of the medal. Even though, it would be good, to have a medal. But even though if I haven't got a medal, I will still commit to the sport, because during the process, you just learn so much. My friendship, the determinations, teamwork. If I don't get all this through the training, I would not be able to stand here and have so much achievement. And I would like to continue to share that spirit with all of you. I hope all of you start from tomorrow. Maybe can start with watching sports first, followed by a bit more walking. Then start a little bit swimming. I think you will start enjoying that. I think the starting will be difficult, but I'm sure that you will benefit in lifelong. Thank you very much.